Contestant. It's time for the match game. Hollywood Squares, our Whiz from Another World, Steven Schnetzer. From the Jefferson, Roxy Roker. Bruce Ball. Judy Lander. Steve Allen. And the stars of the match game, Hollywood Squares Hour, Gene Rayburn and John Bowman.
Thank you.
Hello there. Hello.
Roxy, you're a new kid on the block. We'd like, is there anything we can do to make life more pleasant or comfortable?
You're doing just wonderfully. I'm having a wonderful time.
We want you to be at ease and have a good time here. And that goes for everybody, too. How are you today?
Fine, Gene. Nice to see you. Need a little water for your carnation?
Yeah. Don't throw it, though. You know, Judy, you were on the old series, weren't you?
Yep.
Yeah, it was a long time ago, wasn't it?
About
years.
4.5.
No,
about
5 years ago. I see you've still got the same old body you've always had. And, oh, and I'm glad you brought it with you.
Well, thank
Anything you want to say before we begin?
No, I had a great time after yesterday's show, though. I went out. There's a guy running some rides out of the corner of town. You pay. What he does, he takes Adolf meat tenderizer and he aerial sprays herds of cattle. You just kind of watch them wobble to the ground. It's, I did that yesterday.
Yes. Comedy Store is waiting, Bruce. All right, would all of you join me in greeting our two players over here, Rod Chapman and Carolyn Sachs. Here we are. Welcome. Now we want to get acquainted with these two people. We'll begin with Rod. Tell us about you, please, sir.
Well, I work for an airline. I live part-time in Los Angeles, part-time in Texas, and I'm here right now for a few days. Came down for the show. I also work part-time when I'm in L.A. for a male exotic dance club in Los Angeles.
A male exotic dance club?
Yeah, I tend bar. I don't dance.
Ah. Would you like to do a little dance for us?
No, but I'll make you a drink after the show.
Yeah. All right, Rod. Carolyn, tell us about you, please.
I was born and raised in Southern California.
You weren't sure there for a second, were you?
No, I forgot. I totally forgot.
Southern California?
Yes, sir. And I manage a restaurant right now in Pasadena. I live in Altadena. And I enjoy snow skiing and water skiing. And most recently, I picked up bicycling.
Really?
Yeah.
Bicycling is wonderful exercise. I do a lot of that. What qualifies you to manage a restaurant?
I waited tables for a long time, and I bartended. And
you learn how to put your fingers in the glass of water and all that as you're serving it? Sure, well, that makes you an expert. All right, good luck to both of you here on the match game. We'll play 3 rounds. The one who's ahead at the end of the 3rd round will be declared the winner and go on to challenge our returning champion on Hollywood Squares for a chance to win up to $30,000. Rod, you won the toss. We'll ask you to go first.
I'll take A, please.
All right, here we go. Dumb Dayton is so dumb.
Is he?
A little more rehearsal. I tell you how dumb he is. He tried to wash his blank in the washing machine. That's how dumb he is. In the slot? There we go. Rod, dumb Dayton is so dumb he tried to wash his blank in the washing machine.
Let's say his dog.
His dog?
Yes.
That would be a dumb thing to do. It would hurt the dog. I see you get a lukewarm reception on that one. Roxy, how dumb was he?
Well, let me think. I think he might be dumb enough to wash his teeth.
Wash his teeth in the washing. Well, you know. Now, wait a minute. You could just take them out and throw them in there and be done with it. Right. It would be a dumb thing to
wash
do.
your teeth.
How dumb is he, Steve?
Well, not dumb enough to wash his teeth, I'll tell you. But all seriousness aside, dumb enough to wash his face.
In a washing machine. That would be painful, and that would be a dumb thing to do. Let us know when we get to one you like, okay? Bruce?
Oh, I hope it's me. Well, I got, he washed his toupee. If I spelled it.
It was indeed you, Bruce.
For begging?
All right. Yeah, that's right. That's what you get for begging, right?
Why would Bruce think of an answer like toupee?
I don't know.
There's some Freudian connection here. I said wash his car.
That's a dumb thing to do.
That's a good answer.
Also quite impossible.
Stephen.
Well, the ASPCA would really object to any animals being placed in the washing machine. I thought about hair.
Hair is excellent. Got a lot of good answers here. Not that yours was bad, Rod, but these have all been excellent. Judy.
He washed his hair.
Hair it is. All right.
Judy and I match anyway.
Right. I'll bet you do. Now, Carolyn, let's see what we've got for your first round question, which reads as Eve said. She said, Adam is really getting strange. Instead of taking a bite out of the apple, he took a bite out of blank. Eve said, Adam is getting strange. I'm helping with spelling, so I'm allowed to help with spelling.
And Goldberg.
Yes.
They don't need any help.
No, they don't need any help, do they, Steve? All right, Roxy, put it in the slot. Here we go, Carolyn. Eve said Adam is really getting strange. Instead of taking a bite out of the apple, he took a bite out of blank.
The serpent?
The serpent. All right. You haven't read your Bible, have you? The serpent was one of the things handy. It's not a bad answer. Roxy?
Well, it took me a long time to give the answer, but I think I agree with her.
It is a serpent. Had a little trouble with the spelling, but spelling doesn't count here.
Spelling was awfully bad.
All right. Serpent.
I happen to know that Eve was a very funny woman, and I think she would have said, he's getting a little strange. He took a bite out of me.
Aha! They love that one. They love that. They took a bite out of me. Brumchud. Menachem Begin. All right.
Well, yeah, she said I hadn't had a bite in day. That's easy for me to say.
I haven't been bitten in days. All right, John.
Yeah, I always prefer chickaboom. Eve, me. Get it?
Carolyn got one with the serpent so far. She's still looking for the snake. Steve, are you the snake?
No, I'm the Eve. Me,
Eve. Took a bite out of me. Hello, Judy, darling.
He took a bite out of me.
Naturally. So there we are at the end of round one. The score is 1-0 in Carolyn's favor, Rod, and you'll have a chance to catch up in round two right after this.
This is the 2021 Medicare benefit.
Finish your degree at snhu.edu.
Here we go with the second round. Ding, ding. Carolyn, you're ahead. We'll ask you to go first.
B, please.
All right. B says, Fred said, it's not easy having an affair with Sarah Lee. Last night, my wife found blank on my collar. All right.
This side.
Bottom tier is ready. Here we go. Put it in a slot, Steve, and away we go.
Oh, yes, I'm sorry.
Right.
Yes.
Put it in the slots.
Fred said, it's not easy having an affair with Sarah Lee. Last night, my wife found blank on my collar.
Crumbs?
Crumbs. Crumbs it is. All right, Steve, you're up first.
She's got crumbs on her collar. And I actually said, however, frosting.
Frosting. So anything that, you know...
Jack Frost,
you'd
anything
find.
at your nose.
Sarah Lee makes all kinds of stuff, right, Bruce?
Yeah, she makes chocolate.
She makes chocolate.
Yes, she does.
How'd that chocolate get on your collar?
Yep, 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 bum, 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 bum. Chocolate cake on my collar, told a tale on you. No match here, go on to Schnitzer.
A simple answer is all we ask for.
Schnitzer's drooling on the table.
Yes, I see. He's all wet there.
You call that drooling?
It's a hard habit to shake.
Sitting next to Judy, he's drooling. What do you got?
I said cheesecake.
Cheesecake. Sarah Lee cheesecake. She's famous for that. Famous for her cheesecake, right, Judy?
He found cupcakes.
cupcakes?
Famous for her cupcakes.
Now, what made Judy
Now, wait a minute.
answer like that?
You don't understand. She found one cupcake here and one cupcake there. Boy, that's the way it was. All right. So
It'll be one heck of a night for them to still be there when you get home, though.
all right, got a little catching up to do, Rob. Nancy Reagan said, my husband Ron is older than I thought. I just found his birth certificate and it's written on blank. Steve.
Yes, Gene.
If the mood comes over you, I know you will resist jumping into the canal because here in Venice, the water is very dirty. You won't jump in, will you, Steve?
I'll take it under advisement.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh, Steve, did you throw something?
What's going on?
You did.
All ashore that's going ashore.
Bruce, okay, here we go. Now, Rod, Nancy Reagan said my husband, Ron, is older than I thought. I just found his birth certificate, and it's written on...
Stone tablet.
Stone tablet is good. That's one of the good ones.
That's one of the good ones.
Right.
But we have a better one, don't
There
we?
are 2 or 3 good ones here.
You think so?
I happen to know you have one of them.
Okay. Papyrus.
Papyrus is a good one. Stone tablet's good. Papyrus is good.
That's pretty old.
I think papyrus is a good answer. So I rewrote it myself. Papyrus.
All right.
Thought of that,
We heard the bell and the gong. You just meant the gong, didn't you? That's what you meant. Okay.
That was Ivan Gulagong you heard.
Gulagong, right.
That canal is great. As a matter of fact, the only impression I can do has to do with what's in the canal. I can do an impression of an algae eater. It's the only impression I do.
Algae eater?
Algae eater.
I don't want to see that. That's enough. Throw it away.
It's the only impression I do.
All right.
But I went with parchment.
Parchment is another good one. Parchment, papyrus, and stone tablet. We got all the 3 good answers. I can't think of any more. John, what have you got?
I'm just irritated because Bruce preempted me right when I was about to do an impression of an algae eater.
Well, do yours.
But I said parchment.
Parchment. Not one stone tablet.
It's a very good answer, by the way. Stone
Excellent.
tablet is
I just didn't
excellent.
think he was quite as old as a stone tablet. I put down parchment also.
Parchment would make him a couple of thousand years younger. What do you have?
I had stone tablet, but I switched it to parchment.
You did.
We can accept that.
That's 2 switches in a row.
All right, so there's round 2, and it's still a very tight game. 1-0 here. Round 3, the final round after this.
Your gift will help kids just like me have the best part of our day.
Here we go. You picked a great day to join us. Going once, going twice, $1,111.
We're home delivering great games, making your Black Friday fantastic. Buzzer's Black Friday Frenzy, November 27th on Buzzer.
Third and final round coming up. Bing. Carolyn, you're still ahead. You have to go first.
I'll go with B again, please.
All right, let's see what B says. Hey, Harry the human cannonball said. He said, yesterday my cannon broke, but that mean ringmaster made me go on anyway. He shoved me into the elephant and shot me out of his blank. It's a toss-up.
Oh, my goodness.
I almost did when I heard the question.
Thank you.
What?
I said I almost did when I heard the question. Yes, I keep forgetting.
You're 40 lashes, Steve.
Right.
I know I owe you 80. All right, Carolyn. Harry the human cannonball said, yesterday my cannon broke, but that mean ringmaster made me go on anyway. He shoved me into the elephant and shot me out of his blank.
Trunk.
Trunk it is. All right. You're up first.
The number of alternatives was fortunately limited, and trunk it is.
Why, whatever do you mean? All right, Steve, there's one for her. She's up to 2 now.
Up to 3.
Bruce makes it 3. John?
Travel down here, Gene, and you'll find another trunk.
4 for Carolyn. Stephen, what have you got for us?
We all picked the right end.
Trunk. And trunk. You got them all. Now, Rod, the best you can do here is achieve a tie, but it can be done. Don't be disheartened. Here it is. Thelma said, "That new dentist is weird." Please, no half-hearted participation. Here we go all the way, or not at all. He said, "That new dentist is weird." He said for $2,000 he'd straighten my teeth with wire braces, but for $20 he'd straighten them with a blank. Weird dentist for $2,000. What's that? Will you take a look at that? Okay.
Into the slot.
Into the breach once again. All right, the upper tier is ready. Here we go. Rod. Thelma said that new dentist is weird. He said for $2,000 he'd straighten my teeth with wire braces, but for $20 he'd straighten them with a blank.
All I can think of is hammer.
Hammer. I got a hammer. What do you got?
As you see, I had a cheaper job done on my own teeth. And
have
what
lovely
my
teeth.
dentist used. Thank you. What, rubber band?
A rubber band. So that means Carolyn wins the game. What do the rest of you have?
A left hook.
A left hook. A punch, a fist, a crowbar, a punch. Right down there if you would, please. Okay. Hey, Rod. Nice to meet you. We're going to send you some gifts from the match game. Rod Chapman, ladies and gentlemen. There he goes. Well, how do you feel?
Nervous, but okay.
No, don't be nervous.
Okay.
We're going to switch to Hollywood Squares now. You'll have a go at that. We'll bring out 3 more stars here. John and I will trade places. We've got a lot of excitement coming along. Don't go away. We'll be right back.
A member of our studio audience will receive Hitachi's cassette match music system, FM, AM stereo receiver with 7.5 watts per channel, belt drive turntable with magnetic cartridge, 2-way high drone cone speaker system furnished by Hitachi. It's time for more of the match game. Hollywood Squares, Power, with from Trapper John, MD, Brian Mitchell. From Days of Our Lives, Gloria Loring. Jane Meadows. And taking over the star of the Hollywood Squares, John Bauman.
We're going to be back to play Hollywood Squares in just a minute.
Are you suffering from pain?
And now, John Bauman and the Hollywood Squares.
What a tough job this. Welcome, everybody, to the Hollywood Squares portion of our show, and welcome once again to Carolyn Sachs, who, through a matched set of elephant's trunks, made her way through the match game. We also have 3 brand new celebrities: Gloria Loring, Brian Mitchell, and Jane Meadows. Mr. Mitchell.
Yes.
I wandered down to your dressing room to talk to you, and I discovered you in there with a little tape recorder that only you could hear, a set of headphones, and what looked suspiciously like some lyrics you were writing.
Yes.
Is it true?
Yes, I'm working on some lyrics now I'm going through labor pains is what I call it. Because when you're writing music, it's like you go through such torture and you're working with words and doing all this and with the music and writing it down and you stay up late and everything, and then you get into a studio and all of a sudden you hear it and you have this beautiful baby and you forget all the pain and everything else. Sometimes the baby's ugly, that's happened to me, but usually it's beautiful. So.
He's a very talented guy, not only an actor, but a songwriter and an excellent musician, I understand. Congratulations, great to have you here. Come on, Carolyn, let's go play Hollywood Squares. Before we begin, we will reacquaint ourselves with our defending champ. Her name is Angela Brantley. She is back for her third day. So far, $2,700. Good going. Now, hang in there. You had a tough day yesterday because you pulled the 30, but didn't match the question. Now, do you have any new strategy in mind, or?
Not really.
No, mainly it's a question of just get through Hollywood Squares and then relax.
Go with your first instinct.
And go with your first instinct. Okay, we're going to play Hollywood Squares until you hear the time's up bell. Whoever's ahead, of course, goes on to play Super Match for up to $30,000. We saw that number up there yesterday. First game's worth $100, $25 for every square. Angela, start us off.
Steve Allen, please.
Steve in the center square. You've got fat arms.
Aww.
According to the book Dressing Thin, what looks better on you? One thin, delicate bracelet, or a big, fat, bulky bracelet?
Believe it or not, a big, fat, bulky bracelet, because it detracts from the fatness of your arms, or the shadow of your smile, or anything else I can think of.
Since when have you been wearing bracelets?
Agree or disagree, Angela?
I agree with that.
A big, fat, bulky bracelet, in fact, does look better. You are right to agree, and you get the first square. Very well done. Carolyn Sachs, you're playing O.
Gloria, please.
Gloria Loring.
Yes.
Your cat is shedding a lot of hair.
Oh, she is.
Does Heloise say you should take the cat outside and shake him out? Or should you vacuum him?
I think take it outside and shake it.
Agree or disagree, Carolyn?
I agree.
According to Heloise, you should vacuum your cat. No, you should have disagreed.
For that.
Heloise does like helpful. I think she was an associate.
Tried to do the things she writes about. That's why this woman is crazy.
I think Heloise was an associate of the Marquis de Sade.
If you're not careful, it could look like your cat's covered with hickeys, too.
Angela, that was a good break for you. You've got 2 X's up there already. Make your move.
Judy to win, please.
This would give you the first game. Judy Landers.
Yes.
You're at a party, and you see your best friend standing with a group of people.
Mm-hmm.
According to Glamour magazine, if you give her a big hug, do you also have to hug everyone else in the group, or will warm handshakes do?
Well, considering it's your best friend, you can hug her and give warm handshakes to everybody else, I think.
For the game, agree or disagree, Angela?
I agree.
Warm handshakes will do, according to Glamour magazine. You're right to agree. You get the square and you win the first game. Well done. Judy, hug everybody else in the group. You have $175, Angela Brantley. Nothing for you so far, Carolyn, but got plenty of time. We're going to clear the board, move right on to the next game, and it's going to be worth $200, $25 for every square. Start us off.
Steve Allen, please.
Steve Allen. The Navy is still using these leftover items from World War II. Are they using leftover ammunition or leftover sea rations?
Blah. That is a tough one. I'm going to force my way to an answer, but if I know the Navy, they're probably doing both. However, I have to specify one. They may be using sea rations as ammunition because they do tend to explode and the cans blow up in your mouth. But all seriousness aside, I would say they are still using the leftover sea rations.
I agree.
Agree or disagree?
I agree.
They are still using the leftover ammunition. No. Should have disagreed with Steve in this case, and your opponent gets that square as well. It's 4 squares in a row for Angela Brantley, but we got plenty of time. We're going to find out what happens after this.
Stay tuned for more of the match game, Hollywood Squares Hour.
This is an urgent appeal from Save the Children.
NectarSleep.com and get $399 of premium accessories with every mattress, sheets, mattress protector, and premium pillows. Don't wait.
Now back to John Bauman and the Hollywood Square.
Wow. Thank you. You may have been having a little trouble with the Super Match the last couple of days, but you're proving yourself to be a crack Hollywood Squares player. Pick a star, Angela.
Gloria, please.
Gloria Loring for another X.
Another vacuuming your cat question, right? You're so strict.
No, this time, you're a newborn mink.
Oh.
Were you born fully furred? Or will you have to wait until you're older to get a mink coat?
Well, when you... Oh, boy. Okay, here we go back to cat. Cats are born with fur, but baby birds are not born with all their feathers or anything. Baby minks. Dogs are born with their fur. Cows are born with their fur.
Tune in tomorrow.
They're all mammals. They're born with their fur, sure.
Yeah, so the mink has fur.
It's born with its fur.
Agree or disagree, Angela, that the newborn mink is fully furred?
I disagree.
I said you're a Crackerjack Hollywood Squares player. You will have to wait if you're a newborn mink until you get a mink coat. You are perfectly right to disagree. You got the square. And that's about 5 X's in a row up there. Break the string, Carolyn, if you can.
Judy to block, please.
Judy Landers for a block. Okay. If she misses this one, the game and a pretty big lead belongs to Angela. Judy, you're walking along the beach in an unsuit.
An unsuit?
Yes.
Yes, okay.
Is this a bathing suit that lets you tan through the fabric? Mm-hmm. Or is unsuit a nudist expression for being naked?
Unsuit is definitely a bathing suit that lets you tan.
Agree or disagree to block, Carolyn?
I'll agree.
It is a tan-through bathing suit. You've done it. You get an O and you do block. Well done. Okay, Angela, she thwarted you there. You're playing X. Make your
Gene, please.
Gene Rayburn.
Ready.
Is a vasectomy effective immediately?
You said that real quick.
What? Who? Where? Doctor?
Or can you still become a papa for the next few days?
Would you like the clinical explanation of why you can still become a papa for the next few days? Because it is possible. Well, there can be some spermatozoa in the tube left over after the ligation is performed. And they can find their way to the proper place. And bing.
Thank you, Doctor.
I think he means that you can still become a papa for the next few days, Angela.
For the next few days?
Yes, after your vasectomy. That's what he said. Agree or disagree?
I'll disagree.
After your vasectomy, you could still become a papa for the next few days. You should have agreed with Gene. In that case, he truly knew what he was talking about. Dr. Rayburn was right, and your opponent gets that square. Make your move, Carolyn.
Stephen to win, please.
Okay, this will give you the game and the lead. A narrow one, but the lead. Stephen Schnetzer, we've all heard the expression, in spring, a young man's fancy turns to thoughts of love. Is that the same for turkeys? Or would they rather do it in the heat of summer?
Well, I know what I'm talking about because I got a house upstate New York and got a carpenter working on the house and he's a turkey hunter. They go for it in the spring.
Okay, so it's the same for turkeys.
Practicing his turkey call right
as
now.
for the young man. For the game, agree or disagree?
I'll agree.
It is the same for turkeys as it is for the young man's fancy. Yes, you're right to agree. You get the square, and you win the game. Turkeys love the spring. Carolyn Sachs loves Stephen Schnetzer, and she's got the lead, 275 to 225. Plenty of time. Sweep the X's and the O's off of the board, and Angela, start us off.
Steve Allen, please.
Steve Allen, once again. Is Nancy Reagan's bust displayed?
Yes. It definitely is, but what do you want to know about it?
Is Nancy Reagan's bust displayed at the White House?
Only to Ronnie, but I don't see why we need to bring that up. But this is...
Or is that an honor she has not yet attained?
Yes, in all seriousness, that is an honor she has not as yet attained.
All kidding aside, he says it's an honor she has not yet attained.
I'll agree.
That is an honor she has not yet attained. Yes, you were right to agree. You get the square. And boy, have we got a tight one going. 275 to 250. Don't miss us. When we come back, we'll find out what happens.
The bids get big. $13,000. The prizes get bigger.
A home in Florida.
On the biggest game show on TV. The Price is Right. Saturday at 10:30.
The Medicare enrollment deadline is only...
Make every Christmas memorable. Have a happier holiday with free shipping at balsamhill.com.
Well, it's as close as you can get and still have a leader. The leader is you, Carolyn, but it's only by 25 bucks. Try to increase it with an O.
Jane, please.
Gene Rayburn.
Gene, who, where?
Gene.
Is he here?
Oh,
yes.
Jane.
Gene.
Jane.
Oh,
Jane.
Jane Meadows.
Jane.
Hey, Jane Rayburn.
Be Jane.
Listen, I
Jane
can
Meadows.
imitate Jane. I'll talk this way.
You can relax, Jane. Jane, according to the book, How to Dress Your Man, is it okay for your boyfriend to wear white shoes and a white belt? Or is it only appropriate if he's entering a Ricardo Montalban look-alike contest?
Is it all right to wear white shoes and white belt, no matter what else he's wearing? Right?
Yeah, we're trying to isolate the white shoes and white
I think
belt
it's all
here.
right. Yes, white shoes and a white belt. Would
Agree
be
or
very-
disagree, Carolyn?
I'd agree.
According to the book, How to Dress Your Man, don't wear white shoes and a white belt. No, you should have disagreed with Jane in this case, and your opponent gets that square.
It's mandatory at the Boone residence.
Angela, that was a big break for you. We're tied. Pick a star.
Jean, please.
This could win you the game.
It's called a tubal ligation.
Who can travel a mile in less time, Gene? The world's fastest runner or the world's fastest roller skater?
A runner can do it in under 4 minutes. A roller skater can do it faster than that. A roller skater can do it faster.
Agree or disagree for the game, Angela?
I agree.
The world's fastest roller skater can take less time. You were right to agree. You have done it. 3 X's in a row and a pretty sizable lead. 3 minutes for the world's fastest roller skater. Okay. You have the lead, but there's still lots of time. Take the X's off the board and let's move on to a $400 game. Carolyn, your move.
Steve Allen, please.
Steve, you're an inchworm.
A what?
An inchworm.
Oh, an inchworm.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Are you destined to remain an inchworm for the rest of your life? Or will you someday turn into something else?
Well, you give those worms an inch and they'll take a mile. You are destined to turn into something else. Into an alley. No, you are seriously going to become something else.
A dead inchworm.
Agree or disagree that the inchworm turns into something else, Carolyn?
I disagree.
The inchworm will turn into something else. No, you should have agreed with Steve. Anyone know what it is?
A centimeter.
It's a moth.
Oh,
A moth. Okay, Angela.
Gloria, please.
Gloria Loring for another X.
I'm here.
It was a rough flight, and the stewardess was kind enough to supply you with plenty of little brown paper bags. Should you tip her at the end of the flight? Or would that be very bad form?
I have traveled an awful lot. I travel probably 75 to 100,000 miles a year, and I have never seen anyone tip a stewardess. I will go with what I have experienced. No.
Agree or disagree,
I
Angela?
agree.
It would be very bad form to tip the stewardess. Yes, you were right to agree. You get the square. And now we have reached a critical point. The lead has not been that great up to now, but pick
Judy
a star.
to block, please.
You missed this one. It's a really big lead for Angela Brantley.
Again?
Judy Landers, is walking barefoot around the house good for your feet, or will it harm your arches?
I think walking barefoot around the house is good for your feet. It's more
What do you
natural.
think, Carolyn? To block.
I'll disagree.
Walking barefoot around the house is good for your feet. No, you should have agreed with Judy. Your opponent gets that square and wins another game. So, 3 X's in a row up there. Once again, you have done it. We still have time. We will clear the board. We will move on to the next game. It's worth $500, so plenty of money. You might be able to charge from behind. You do get to start.
Steve Allen, please.
Steve, your parrot has the sniffles.
Parrot.
Parrot.
Yes.
Can he pass them on to you? Or can't you catch a cold from your bird?
Go, Steve. Go, Steve. I'll just sit here and laugh for a while. But seriously, you can contact Constantine Pachycoccus or some disease of that sort. What's the word for parrot fever? Pizzcoccus? I'm not kidding. Of course, I don't speak Greek that well anyway. I would say you can get something very much like the sniffles and an allergic reaction from your bird.
Okay, he says you can catch a cold from your bird. Agree or disagree, Carolyn?
I agree.
You can catch a cold from your bird. Yes, you're right to agree. Very well done. You get the square. It is called, according to this, parrot fever.
Yes.
Parrot fever.
What's the real word for it? I'll meet you in the alley.
Take 2 crackers and call me in the morning. Angela, you're playing X. Pick a star.
Gloria again, please.
Gloria Loring once again. Who stops growing first? Teenage boys or teenage girls?
Oh, boy.
Is that your answer?
I'm going to take... Oh, boy. I will say that teenage girls do. This is a tough one.
Teenage girls stop growing first. Agree or disagree, Angela?
I agree.
Teenage girls stop growing first. You're just a good player. Yes, you're right to agree. You get the square, and in fact, it's almost 2 years earlier, which is a significant difference when you're talking about the teens. Carolyn, your move.
Gene Rayburn.
Gene.
Yes.
Did Christopher Columbus have any women on board with him when he discovered America? Or did he discover the New World stag?
No, it was a very difficult voyage. All they had were sheep. They sang a lot of choruses of There'll Never Be Another You on the way over. No, there are absolutely no women aboard.
No women. Okay, he says he discovered the New World stag. Agree or disagree, Carolyn?
Can you repeat the question? I'm sorry.
Did Christopher Columbus have any women on board with him when he discovered America, or not? And Gene says he didn't.
I
no
agree.
women.
I agree.
He discovered the New World stag. Yes, you're perfectly right to agree. You get the square. Okay, she's got a couple of O's up there. We still have time. Angela, your move.
Jane to block, please.
You missed this one? $500 game. Things could be interesting. Jane Meadows, according to a recent survey cited in Working Mother magazine,
Yes.
who is more likely to help a working woman clean the bathroom? Her husband or her kids?
Working mother. In my household, kids. I think kids.
To block. Agree or disagree? Kids are more likely to help her clean the bathroom.
I'll disagree.
Her kids are more likely to help her clean the bathroom. No, you should have agreed. In that case, your opponent gets that square and wins the game. And all of us husbands agree, but the bell means that time is up. It was a little bit too little, a little bit too late. $1,100. Once again, Angela Brantley is our champ. Well, you were coming from behind, but you let her get a little bit too far in front. And even the $500 game couldn't make it up. But you do have $850, which is a very high total for somebody who's leaving here at this point in the game. Carolyn Sachs, congratulations. Angela Brantley and Gene Rayburn, take it away.
Okay, John. Well, we congratulate Angela. She's familiar with this routine. We'll be back with her and our 9 stars for a go at the $30,000 right after this.
Drama, deception, nighttime heats up as cool deals go down. On Sale of the Century, weeknights at 7:30 on Buzzer.
I chose the...
Concentrate. And now, here to play the super match is Gene Rayburn.
Thank you, Gene Wood. Here we go. You ready?
Yes.
All right. Are you going to do exactly what comes into your mind first this time? Do what comes naturally. Trust your first instinct. Good luck to you. You could win up to $30,000. Here we go. We polled a studio audience not too long ago, a very smart bunch like this group we've got here today. And we said, take a bow. And we said, how about writing down your answer to this? Make blank. Now, if you give us the answer that they wrote down most often, it's $1,000. For the second, $500. For the third, $250. Any 3 of the 9 dingalings can offer some assistance here.
John, please.
Make love.
All right, there's one.
Jane, please.
Whoopi.
Make whoopee. All right.
And Steve.
Different now?
Steve, have you got one?
Well, I thought of the other 2, but since it has to be different, I'll say make noise.
Make noise. So you have make love, make whoopee, and make noise.
And
now
all
it's
3
a
go
crucial...
together, as a matter of fact.
Watch out, though, you could get pizzakakis.
Yeah. Pitacosis. That's what we found out. Is that now listen, you've got a very crucial decision here. You may choose one of those: make love, make whoopee, make noise, or think up one of your own if you think it's going to be up there in a high position. What is your pleasure?
Make love.
You want to say make love? All right, make
She
love.
wants to make love.
Definitely her pleasure.
May we take a look at the low number and find out what's under the $250 response? Make up. Make up. How? All right. Let's take a look at the $500 response.
Whoopee. Believe.
Only make believe. All right. This is your last chance for make love, but it's looking kind of dismal for you, isn't it?
No.
Yes.
You think it's going to be there? Audience, is it going to be there?
Yes!
Oh, you're very confident. All right. Slide it, Steve. Yeah! All right, Angela.
Now?
No. Listen, you've got the $1,000, and now you're going to play the head-to-head match with any star of your choosing, and after you've made your decision, the star will reveal the hidden number. It'll be a 10, a 20, and there's 130 up there. You got it yesterday. Let's see if you can pick it today. Time to choose a star.
I'm going to go with Gloria again.
You think it's possible that 2 days in a row they would give Gloria the big 3-0?
Doubtful, but let's see.
All right, Gloria, grab the tab and give it a yank. It's a 20. $20,000 is what you are playing for. $20,000 is not a shabby amount, is it?
No.
All right, good luck to you. Here it is, Gloria. You'll write your answer. Blank, no help from the audience, because if we hear an answer, we have to throw it out. Blank T. Blank T, the letter of the alphabet is what I'm saying. I'm showing it to Angela. You understand, Gloria?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I got it.
All right, you collect the $20,000 simply by matching Gloria Loring. Angela, what do you put in that blank?
Mr. T.
Mr. T. Okay, that's one possibility. I thought of one other good answer. We'll find out from Gloria what she has right now. Do you get the $20,000, yes or no?
Mr. T!
Okay, we'll be back with our champ and the stars right after this.
If you're on Medicare, you won't want to miss this next 5983. 800-395-5983.
Now, before we reveal the big 3-0 here, I did refer to the other, what I thought was a pretty good answer in the question we asked Angela. In addition to Mr. T, the other good one was E.T. E.T. would have been another good possibility.
Good point.
Anyway, we want to find out where the big number is. Would all of you grab the tabs? 1, 2, 3, go!
Yankee-boo!
Bruce Baum!
Bruce Baum!
The big one, the big 3-0.
Bruce?
All right, stars, you were wonderful. We'll see you tomorrow. Gene Rayburn inviting you to join us tomorrow.
John Bowman saying so long for the match game, Hollywood Square, Sarah. Lindsay Ann, 20,000.
A member of our studio audience will receive Vitamix stainless steel 3-minute bread maker and home yogurt factory that juices without waste, cooks without burning, freezes instant ice cream, and offers 800 other recipes. This is Gene Wood speaking for the match game, Hollywood Squares Hour. A Mark Goodson television production.
From Hollywood, the game of puzzles and